Alright guys, so I've always been honest, and I'm gonna give you honesty. I'm done sugarcoating it. This is why I stopped basically being a partner with Top Girl. So listen closely. I didn't leave over a single argument. I left because the leadership turned a tiny misunderstanding into a public humiliation, then acting like it was normal. On September 17th, lead mob publicly escalated a minor issue instead of handling it privately. That was the spark. This wasn't a one-off situation. From August onward, it was obvious. Cliques, flirtation, favoritism, mods reacting like it's a popularity contest. Players notice. Someone literally said, since Ishii has become a lead mod, and no one from 712 wins anything, that's the server. Their answer, laughs, and let him win next time. That's unprofessional, in my opinion. I did some of their work for them. They couldn't even post the right files or remove a watermark. I fixed their uploads, the broken uploads, corrected their invites. I made the anniversary icon they actually use in the Discord right now. And of course, unpaid, uncredited, used as the face of their event. A quote from the channel is, "Oh, thank you, Murder You. Helped a lot." Because I kept their ops running as they kind of fumbled around. Granted, the thing is I was up late too. So this is kind of the time that the people over across seas should be kind of active. And it was like 1 o'clock my time. Right. I set deadlines tied to anniversary coverage. I gave buffers and clear expectations. They chose small talk and excuses. While the anniversary and a real life review were happening, leadership was in the mod channel, just, chit-chatting. Kind of irritated me because like you're addressing low priority responses while I'm trying to address a bigger picture. I missed the landmark coverage. As you guys know, I haven't been posting anything to cover Top Girl because they ignored me. Yeah, that's not busy. I call that neglect. One lead moderator publicly insulted another moderator on her wedding day, right? She's getting married. I think it was like the next day that she's getting married. Then used his power to suspend her. Public attacks and arbitrary punishments and zero process. That's not discipline, it's personal vendetta dressed up as moderation. When the community raised serious cultural concerns about a minigame, I did handle it. I gave context, suggestions, and solutions. The leadership's reaction, either overextending authority with inconsistent warnings or dismissing it as just a game. That's in the Discord where the people were just kind of bickering back and forth. I made a video. I even made suggestions. They actually implemented these suggestions that I made. I said this in my videos. So, I feel like, am I the only rational one in the room? When I do the thinking, they nod. And when I demand accountability, they stall. I produce videos and deliver content, some unpaid. My last full payment was August 25th. Afterwards, I received like partial amounts and had like 4 unpaid videos on the books. As for resolution and receipts, their answer was delay is an excuses. That's, how they treat their creators who actually do work. So from what I'm seeing is, because this X person didn't do their job or something, or maybe they're just sidelining me when I produce like 4 videos, That's the kind of agreement that I had with them, was to, you're paying me in game currency, but your logistics and, I don't know, just seeing how people work, right? This doesn't work well in a professional job. You're still a company. You're still a game. Like, yes, you're a video game, right? And you might be small time, but you're still technically like a company where there should be some type of payroll thing. People aren't doing this stuff just for free entirely. They say voluntarily. We do this thing voluntarily. Technically, yes, and technically no, because you're still getting paid in some type of way. They're still giving you in-game currency instead of just paying you outright, real cash. So yes, you can't spend this on a Happy Meal from McDonald's or something, but you're still getting paid, $30 to $80 to whatnot. So, so a person inside the, I guess, amongst the chaos, right? He goes by Richard. And Richard, instead of helping, resolve anything, he dragged everyone else into the conflict. He basically made my aim site target everybody, which I wasn't really trying to do. A single issue turned into a full-blown fight, because he wanted to escalate and shift blame. He wanted to shift blame to me. That's not leadership. That's, or even like just someone who's rational. That's gasoline into the fire. It's not cool. You made me practically hate you. If you're watching this, good for you, right? You can stay there. That's fine. But, I'm a busy guy too, okay? So, whatever. And the final, like, kind of nail in the coffin for me, when I demanded accountability, the final response was, "It's a long holiday. Check back after October 7th. After weeks of missing like deadlines, ignored messages, favoritism, unpaid work, their solution was stall again. To me, that's not leadership. That's incompetence. I try to be patient. I raised timelines. I gave them every chance to fix, their leadership. Silence, excuses, favoritism, public humiliation, unpaid work, and now holiday stalling. I would not let my name represent a team that behaves this way. So here it is. I resign. I refuse to represent Top Girl because integrity matters more than drama to me.